Hello, Mixer. Welcome. Good morning. How are you guys all doing? So the cat did not just take down the green screen as I talk to you and fix it really quick. A few things before we get into it this morning. A few ways you can interact with the stream. First off, you can go to the Twitter link I'm about to post right now. At 10 retweets, every player will get advantage. At 20, every player will get a natural 20. At 30 retweets, we kick it over to you guys and allow you guys to affect the game. Let's put this here for you guys. 10, 20. And that being said, the other ways that you guys can get involved today, you can go ahead and donate down below to give you guys advantage, magic items, name an NPC, heal the party, heal a certain player, etc. Give them all sorts of advantages, help them out, help your favorite player out, or you can go down to our Patreon. And at our Patreon, there's a number of packages for both players and viewers alike that will give you guys discounted rates on donations, etc. So, without further ado, let's go ahead here and we'll start talking to our party. So, hello, party.
Hello, Seb.
Fallen, you are playing Riker. Give us a little bit about Riker.
Riker is a wood elf from the Far East, and he is part gunslinger and part rogue working towards scout.
All right. That also brings us to our second player, Biopirate. Tell us a little bit about Wrath today.
Wrath is a purple tiefling. He is a bit of a conflicted soul. He's a worshiper of Torm, 5 levels paladin, with 2 levels warlock, working towards Pact of the Blade. And he still doesn't know who his patron is, so it's neat.
All right. Next up, one of our moderators, Craig.
Hello, I play Bravo. He's a grayskin tiefling male. He's got swept back horns, white hair. He is a paladin of Melil. He wears a holy symbol around his neck, 5-stringed harp made of silver leaves.
All right. Next up, played by Axel Wakes. We made him sign up for a mixer today. Tell us a little bit about Axel.
Axel is a half-elf. He grew up in the city. He is a little bit secluded on things outside of that. And he now worships, or he was a rogue, and now worships the Raven Queen.
All right, and last but not least, we have Mira playing Rose. Say a little bit about Rose.
Rose is a wizard, a conjure wizard, and she is learning some stories from outside the world from where she's from. And she is a happy-go-lucky character. She is similar to Belle.
Except that, she has a little bit darker past.
She does. We're not going to talk about that.
I mean, we might. Let's be honest. So,
true.
all of these players here are part of our Discord server. We have a 24/7 game that runs on Discord. All the players here are pretty active today. The cat is being an absolute dick today. So we see me look away, the cat's probably acting up. But you can go ahead and join us. There should be a link going in chat now. Let's see if it actually works. Cool, it's not working this morning. Yeah! Good times. So, that being said, where are all of you guys gathered today?
Most of us are in the Phoenix. I don't know where Alex is.
I was in the Phoenix, yeah.
Okay, she would call you over and say, "Hey, Alex, would you like to learn more about the Titan War?"
I definitely would like to learn more about that and be of assistance.
Cool! We got a party!
So you guys said you're in the tavern, correct?
No, the Guild Hall.
Oh, okay. So, as you know, the camera kind of pans in. We catch you guys, all sitting at a table as Axel kind of makes his way over. What are the plans? How are you getting there? What are you guys currently discussing, etc.?
We were discussing a little bit about what we do know of the Titan War, which is almost nothing.
Yeah, do we know how far away or?
Just a teleport away. We're good.
Just teleport
Okay.
away. Says every wizard ever.
Then shall we get going?
Yeah. Is everyone ready? Riker, you coming?
Cat's outside now.
Rose looks a little right, like looks to Riker. Want to come?
Rager?
Sorry, had to let Bristle in.
So yeah, I put the cat outside. So Rager, she asked if you wanted to come.
Absolutely.
Yay!
Alright, so you guys gather up as you guys anything else that you need to do before you guys go to the teleportation circle?
Just call my raven to me.
Lands on your head.
Perfect.
Looks up to the Raven. Does it make a nest in your hair?
Oh, she's much more polite than that.
Oh, okay. Still stares at the Raven, just like thinking it might have made a nest in his hair one time.
So, anything else?
So we
Alright, so you guys make your way over to Gibbon, who is there sitting behind his desk inside the teleportation circle. Large stone building. The weather is warming up. Much different than it is here in Maine, as we're in the middle of a nor'easter. But it's warming up. It's like low 50s. A little bit of fog still present. What do you guys, any specific precautions you guys are taking before you leave through the teleportation?
looks to Rose.
I mean, as long as we don't try to make a ride or anything in Bobby's Tavern, we should be fine. Hopefully, she crosses her fingers.
Okay. With 3 paladins, I hope we don't get into a riot.
Let's
I
hope
kinda
not.
now hope you do. 3 paladins. 3 paladins all together.
Three
Cat's
paladins
already
walk
wanting to
into a
come back
tavern.
in. The tavern catches on fire again.
Great.
Yes, Cat, there's a nor'easter outside. That's why you didn't want to stay out there. So, that being said, you guys step on the teleportation circle. Gavin asks you where you're going.
She will say which is closest to Bobby's Tavern.
He blinks.
Um,
Bobby's tavern.
that's in Leica.
You realize
She's trying to remember.
Leica's
she's
a massive place. It's about 2 months across.
She would say, "How about Hillcrest?" Because last I was there, it was closer there.
He nods. I know Hillcrest. So each of you guys step up on top of this large stone platform. A number of arcane sigils kind of carved in around the outsides. As it begins to cast the teleportation circle spell, they light up in a specific pattern as this arcane blue energy starts to swirl around you, and then there's a popping sound. You guys appear outside. It's a little bit warmer than where you had previously been. It's probably about in the mid 60s. A little bit of a drizzle and a wind, but other than that, not too bad. Inside, it's a decently sized. It's more of a village than an actual city in terms of population. About maybe 8,000, 9,000 people. You would guess, having no other knowledge about Hillcrest, unless you guys would like to roll history checks or anything of the like, or if you in storyline have been here before.
Rose, I think Rose and Riker have been here once.
Yes, because Riker kept wanting to buy from Bobby. Remember? Gemry was there.
I totally remember every single one of the 400 one-shots I ran in the last 2 years for you guys. Totally remember all of them.
Riker actually ended up getting from Bobby a list of every book that Bobby had.
Yeah, I remember that. I just don't remember what one shot. I remember you being there now, but yeah, I don't remember what it was. So,
Like the burning library or something like that.
oh, Oakraven stuff. Okay, yeah, gotcha.
Yeah.
See, you just gotta lead me in the direction of the storyline I ran for you.
Yes,
Sometimes.
I was looking at through my notes.
Teamwork.
one shot this morning.
Teamwork.
Yay!
So, you guys are standing in Hillcrest. Yeah, about 10,000 people. Large village town instead of a city. You are in what we consider like central northern Leica. Bravo, why don't you roll me? We'll call it a history check because you've been to other places in this general area, but I don't believe you've been to Hillcrest.
I have not.
Yeah, no, you're somewhere on Leica, man. So for Wrath, you spend almost all your time on Yedra, correct?
A little bit, yeah.
Pretty much, yeah. Your majority of your time, you're pretty much on the other side of the world from Yedra. Axel, where did you spend most of your time again? Remind me.
Growing up.
Your storyline prior to being an adventurer. Because I know this is what your second one shot, third.
This is my second one, yeah. So the only thing I did besides this was the dragon.
That
way
is
to
the
cut your
cat.
teeth.
That's the cat running back and forth behind me, sprinting around, trying to get rid of energy.
Kitan!
Kitan is in rare form today. Kitan is in rare form today. So, we also got the buttons working, so that's good. That being said, you guys are kind of standing out in the general area. So Riker and Rose, I would say generally know the direction of Bobby's Tavern from where you were, because I believe we teleported here last time as well.
Yes.
So you generally know the direction that you're headed in. But there does seem to be about, you guys are here early morning, probably about 10 a.m., so, the town is pretty much bustling. You have people coming in and out from the farms to sell their daily goods. People moving about pretty well.
Shall we continue? You know where we're going, that is.
Yeah. Last time we were here, Bilster took us to Bobby's Tavern.
Do you want to get directions just to make sure?
I guess it couldn't hurt.
Yeah, there's a couple guards, a couple citizens. There's also a drunk, kind of like laying on the.
Hold up, I think she has talked to one guard.
Yeah, I'm not gonna remember his name. I'm just
I
gonna
don't
put a
remember his
random
name.
name.
Wait, I didn't write it down.
That's right.
Zep, I think.
There tends to be a lot of guards in the city, depending on who,
Yeah.
when you're there, what day, etc.
Should talk to one of the guards to get the directions to Bobby's
You approach
Tavern.
a kind of blonde-looking human. Looks kind of like a perturbed look on his face.
Hello, what's your name?
Oh, more outsiders. Where you
Yeah.
The guardsman was named Larry.
from? No.
No,
Guard's
that was
name because I saw a retweet today. He is a salty individual named Ross.
Oh gosh.
I have it in my notes. Bilster believed that Kate Hall was incompetent and asked me to read a book for gnomish illiterate children as we went the rest of the way to the town. Once arriving, we met a guardsman named Larry, who was fast asleep and snoring aloud. Bilster dumped Rose since he didn't like long-distance relationships and let Cahal be with her.
Yep. So, but this one's name is Ross.
Hi, Ross.
So, he's just, he's a little bit salty this morning, and
As usual.
he's muttering about kobolds.
Did something happen with kobolds?
I think they can be adventurers.
Tell Ted?
Yeah, crazy. absolutely crazy.
They can't be adventures.
I mean, they can, but who's gonna take a kobold seriously?
I've actually met maybe 2 that were competent.
So, hey, looks. What can I help you with?
Heading to Bobby's Tavern.
Well, okay.
Wondering if you could perhaps point us along the way.
Yeah, you kind of are near the city square. He points to it. Kind of people are setting up stalls and stuff at this point. It says into the square, and then take a right, follow the southern road out into like a clearing, large building on a little bit off the lake. And good morning, Almeric.
Thank you for the information in your way.
All right, so you guys make your way following directions into kind of the city square of Hillcrest. A number of kind of shops being set up, kind of more these stalls. There are some shops in town as well, but you pretty much do the stalls, and you guys are heading right to it. So you're kind of zipping through to down the southern road. I'm gonna put this cat outside for good. She keeps jumping on my keyboard.
There's
I
gotta be
don't know,
something
good.
in the air. All cats are doing that today.
Oh, I'm staring at you, cat. Oh yeah, I've noticed you. Next time I'm gonna catch you before skull time. So, you guys make your way down the southern road, exiting out through the southern part of the city, passing by a number of farms, before you guys kind of come to a large clearing. You see a large kind of 3-story building, made out of wood, with kind of dark wooden accents on the outside. There's a stable. Seems to be a number of horses and carriages outside. There's as you look across the clearing, there's kind of like a single tree that's stood out from like where the forests begin, and like patches of wood in the plains, right by the lakeside actually. But you guys are pretty much there, outside the tavern in the clearing at the point.
Open the door. Let them go in first.
So, you guys enter Bobby's Tavern. It is packed full, pretty much. You see a number of corners, one obviously being the road corner. Tables across, large fireplace. On the back left, there is a staircase that leads upstairs. You would assume that leads to private rooms, as this doubles as an inn. Behind the long bar, there is another door which presumably leads to the kitchen. Told you I was going to catch you. And then on the right side, there's another door which Riker, you realize leads into their library.
I had quite an enjoyable time in the library last time we were here.
She didn't get to the library yet because she got taken away from it.
It's okay, I've caught the kid. So, that being said, there's a number of individuals here. What are you guys doing?
We need to find a place to sit. Are there any tables or chairs that are...
Give me a perception check and just let me know what you roll, because my DM screen's reloading.
9.
9. I mean, you don't see a table that would fit all of you. You see a couple seats here and there. But there does seem to be enough, at least at the bar top, to, maybe sit with one person in between if you can't convince one person to slide either way.
I'm fine sitting at the bar.
Works for me.
Yeah, loud. There's a couple bards playing. There's a number of individuals here. I would say there's probably about 50 people in this bar, not counting your party. Behind there is a dwarven male serving drinks. I get them. So, what are you guys doing? Are you guys make your way just to the bar? Ordering drinks? Are you doing anything?
Riker would ask if any of the bards know any songs about the Titan War.
I mean, the bards are currently playing. You'll have to wait until their song is done, but then they'll probably interact with it.
No worries.
Rose would most likely try to interact with others.
Okay, what are you looking for? I mean, there's a tavern of 50 people. There's different races. Everyone
she's looking-
everyone give me an investigation check.
Everyone.
Yeah, everyone.
Double digits. I got a 10.
Oh, not the high roll.
I'm just waiting for the screen to fall again because of the cat. Yeah.
Sneaky Khajiits.
Sneaky Khajiits is being sneaky. Well, not really sneaky, just being destructive. So, Riker and Axel. You realize that some of these individuals, while not dressed maybe necessarily in armor or in, with full regalia, do seem to be at least carrying some sort of different kind of heraldry of cities, etc.
Which is definitely interesting.
Do they seem to have like their own individual little groups around them?
They are interacting, but primarily people with similar heraldry are together.
Gotcha.
As randomly, Magic Mouth goes off doing that to you.
Right.
So,
I do any of them look bigger, like they're in charge or anything like that?
not necessarily in charge. It seems to be, maybe there's one individual in charge of a group, or at least with more standing, that people, that they're their own individuals are showing respect to.
Okay, I'm gonna find a safe corner where I can just kind of sit and be quiet and let my raven spy for me.
All right, so you walk into literally the road corner. You know what? Give me a secondary investigation. So on that investigation, you kind of look at the table, and like there's carved into it. There's definitely some writing. Would you like to read the writing?
Absolutely.
It says Kimmel Malbec was here. There's like one where it says Jacob was here. It says Mirth was here. There's a number of carvings of these names in this table.
Okay. I absent-mindedly add Axel was here.
Okay, awesome. You've now become part of the bar. So, as you sit there, I mean, your raven is going to be able to kind of spy, but you do realize that these are probably people who dealt with adventurers and spellcasters, so they might be wise to the ploy, rather than, you being just in a city and this being a raven. You're literally in a bar where you can pretty much see across it.
Sure. Yeah, totally. If anybody tries to interact with Raven, you just say, "Give me ale," and fly away.
Okay. All right. So, Riker, I'll say at this point, one of the bards finishes up and looks down at you.
Alrighty, Riker will give a wave to the bard and ask, do you happen to have any songs, tales, or legends of the Titan War?
He looks down and smiles. Pretty sure that's why we're all here.
This is a anniversary gathering?
More or less, yes. More along the lines of this is when we can get it off. He chuckles.
Splendid. Sounds like a good way to be able to get people to start talking about it if there are some songs playing about it.
Drunken veterans, they tend to tip well. And he smiles. You get why the bards are here. They're going to make a decent amount of coin for today's performances.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, and he kind of gives you a bow and goes and joins. And the songs they're currently playing are more along the lines of, just kind of general like stories of battle rather than specific to the Titan War right now.
Any prominent named battles?
No, they're more like along the lines of like battle hymns and stuff, kind of
okay.
warming up people. rather than a specific battle that might be of note. Yeah, these are kind of more your regular traveling bard. They might not have the greatest tales. So, that being said, what are Wrath, Bravo, and Rose doing currently?
Wrath is sitting at the bar. Kind of waiting until maybe the dwarf gets a little less busy.
He makes his way over towards you.
Just order like a nice ale.
He nods and begins to pour.
I would order a hot cider and make a small toast to the room.
Are you looking for a spiked cider or a non-spiked cider?
Spiked.
Okay. Yeah, serves up your drinks. What is your toast to the room?
To battles not forgotten.
All right, give me a charisma check. You didn't go far enough to get persuasion out of this. Yeah, they a couple of them look towards you. They don't recognize your face, and they just raise their glass still. This is a toast, and they're inebriated.
That's all I really wanted.
So Rose, what are you doing?
Oh, this is what. Okay, I know Rose would do this too. Probably walk around and probably talk to some people and introduce herself and ask them what their part was in the like if they heard about the Titan War and what their purpose was in it.
I really thought, well, this is what Rose would do. I'm going to say, Rose runs into the library.
She will do that.
That's what I thought you were about to do here.
Yeah.
So yeah, you walk up to a specific race table, mix. What table do you bring? There's plenty of tables here.
Oh Lord.
I know you have to make decisions. It's crazy.
I know. She probably goes up to ones she believes that probably has seen more battles than she has.
So pretty much everyone here.
Basically.
All right.
Like I've not been on much.
Roll, just roll me a d12.
Okay.
See what table you're going to. 6. You look across 12 tables and you make your way basically to the middle one. Sitting there, there's a number of kind of there's actually a number of half-orcs who just kind of look towards you.
Hello.
One full orc too, by the way.
Oh, okay. Hi, I am Rose. And did you play a part in the something called the Titan War?
Do you speak Orcish?
No, she doesn't.
So there's some grumbling between them and you. As they look, obviously you look a little bit confused, and then the orc smiles and breaks into kind of a broken common. Why?
Because I like to hear stories about some certain things. From where I'm from, we don't get much stories about from the Titan Wars or certain things outside of my home.
He pats the chair next to him.
She goes sit next to him.
I can tell you many stories, Victory.
Okay.
How do you like orc?
I went to an orc city once. They were really nice.
Groomish.
I think that's what she went to, I think.
Yeah, that's where you went to.
Okay. She nods. Yeah, I was there.
You slave?
No.
He kind of looks you over, trying to figure out. And then says something in Orcish again. And looks back to you. What kind of story?
Tales of hard-fought battles and victories in the Titan War. I want you to hear what's your side of the story and how you got involved with it.
Starts speaking in Orcish again to another one. It's almost like he's trying to figure out what words to say in common, to communicate is better. Kind of, probably one of these guys speaking better common than he does, being more half orcish in nature. Looks towards Rose. Guardians of one Groomish. Rise, threaten us. We ride. Whole city ride.
Right in. She's trying to piece it together here.
Big wolf. He does like the jaws, and then, that flies in the head.
Oh, okay. She takes some notes on these things.
So you like orcs? He nods.
She says, "Yeah, those were nice. Yes."
Yeah, puts a hand on your shoulder and smiles. This broken, semi-rotten teeth, massive canine oversized, and then eyes the stairs with you.
Oh God.
He might not exactly be using the right word as like.
Oh.
He points to all the half orcs. Children, yeah. Smiles.
I'm. Oh God. I'm good. I'm good. I just like to hear stories.
Riker's cracking up laughing off to the side. He's realizing that they're propositioning Rose.
The orc nods and you are good. Yes. Come, I give you more stories. Motions to the stairs.
9 months later.
You like I'm big and dumb, right, Carl? I mean, you did say you wanted to bring new experiences.
She does. So she's like trying to say it in a polite way. I'm sorry, but I already have a man.
Looks so. Actually, the rest of the party's all male, right?
Yep.
He looks towards Riker. That's your man.
She doesn't lie, so she shakes her head. No, he's a friend.
Points to Wrath. That's your man.
No.
Points to Bravo.
No.
Raises mug.
He raises one back and she says no. Points to Axel. That's your man.
No.
Then you don't have man.
She actually has 2.
Do you say that out loud?
Riker says that out loud.
Riker!
Raises eyebrow and looks towards Rose.
I only have one man right now.
Right now, because she broke up with the other one because of distance.
He smiles and looks to Rose. I be second man. Let's go. And he scoops her up.
No!
Please.
I heard please. He nods and please and he keeps walking.
No!
It's more like a princess carry. He's not really there's no actual grapple. The whole orcish table is cheering for him. If you speak orcish, you're go. Let's go get him, Dad.
Bravo! Raph! Riker, help! Alex!
I mean, you could literally just get out of the princess carry. It's arms under you.
Oh,
You are an adventurer, after all.
Backflip!
What would it be to get out of there?
Using your move action to move.
She would get off of him.
He looks at it and points. No, this way.
I'm sorry, but I'm already promised to one man.
Shakes his head and points to Riker. 2 men.
No. It's all misunderstanding. I was just trying to be silly and playful, and she
He
her
smiles.
face bends. Her face turns red.
He and pounds his chest. Playful, yes. Before, yes, playful.
Her face turns red.
Have you ever heard of
you
Bilser?
put yourself in this.
Have you ever heard of
You put
Bilser?
yourself in this.
I
Not me.
know. I know.
Have you ever heard of Bilser?
Orc shakes head.
Have you heard of Bobby?
Points to Bobby.
Riker points at Rose and points at Bobby. You're not going to
Wha-
steal away the woman of Bobby, are you?
Walks over to Riker, pats on chest. No, she had tongue. She can use that.
But she's a reader. She prefers other things.
He pulls out a book, hands it to her, and goes, "Okay, we good now." And starts
What
motioning
book is
towards-
it?
You haven't looked at it. How are you
She
gonna
looked at the
follow
book.
him for the book?
She what?
I mean, it's pretty thick. It looks sort of like a like a history book.
The Orca Sutra.
No, they don't have it. Yeah, if you've seen Bright, it's heavy like death metal. Greatest love song ever written.
Probably the song that Guadia ended up being born to.
Oh, Guidi. Poor buddy. So, what are you doing?
She looks at the book. She turns a few pages to see what language is it in.
It's obviously an Orcish, yeah.
She's not. She's like, I can't read that.
But you could with the right stuff.
She actually has a translator back at her at the tavern, so she can actually. Yay!
However, he's still motioning towards the stairs. Oh yeah, the rest of you just watching, probably laughing and drinking your drinks.
Oh, Riker's cracking up laughing. He's trying not to fall out of his chair at this point.
She's like, I'm sorry, I'm not comfortable with this right now.
Looks back over, says something in Orcish to the table. One of the orcs responds. He takes his book and walks away,
Oh,
grumbling.
well, sorry.
There is no response.
Riker will buy a round of drinks for the Orcish table because that was hilarious, and it'll be good drinks.
I'm so sorry for this. After the drinks are served, the orc looks towards you, Riker, because you're a wood elf. And I know that Rose is... Why does he keep saying hi for Rose when she's a half?
She's a half elf.
Yeah, I know why he keeps saying hi. Looks over towards Riker. Wild elf. Still stubble. Not pretty woman. That's the response to your drinks from the orc. So, we know that what Rose was doing. What about the rest of you? Riker was laughing and then bought some drinks.
Wrath was watching this, waiting for the moment when Rose actually looked like she couldn't handle herself, and he was gonna step in, but she seemed like she
Yeah, the
talked her way through, so he
ability-
just stepped on his ale.
The ability to step out of a non-grapple is pretty easy.
Yeah, Axel pondered murder, but decided it wasn't the prudent action.
Yeah, I mean, the table full of orcs, orc and half orcs, probably would have roughed you up a pretty good amount if you were going one-on-one there, Axel, because probably not going to fight one-on-one. So, I mean, what are you guys doing now? That's basically what I'm asking. That happened. There are other tables here. Basically, this is kind of fact-finding learning, and if you guys just sit drinking, this is going to be a long show.
You said there were different heraldries and stuff. Like, which are some of the noticeable ones?
Oh, there's quite a few. Why don't you give me a history check? See what you know of heraldry.
How's that? All right.
19. Actually, that's really good. I'm impressed. So you know a good amount. You see the Groomish, which is the orcs. You see kind of a older Thor Lador heraldry. You see Pearlside, Silvervine. You see the Athean, which is from Azora. You see I'm trying to think where else you have some. There's one thing you're not really sure of on a 19, but only about 2 individuals. You see what looks to be from Siege Ceres, and you'll have to see Malback, obviously. Those and Stonehaven is the last one.
What 2 races are the ones that I don't recognize?
They look to be a human and an elf.
I'll go mosey over there.
All right, they you kind of they're kind of sitting at a 3-man table as they are talking. What languages do you speak?
Common and infernal.
Okay, not sure of what they're saying as you make the table. Both heads slowly turn towards you.
Hey, is this seat taken?
Look you over.
In common.
Well, they're looking you over.
He's got the
The
plate
human-
armor.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying they're looking you over, trying to see if they recognize your face. They're going like through their mental imagery of face they've seen. The human puts the boot onto the open chair and says, "Yeah."
Very well then. Stay, fellow traveler. Soldier of sorts who would like to hear some fine tales, but you're too busy, that's fine. I'll take my drink back over.
Yeah, they less soldiery, more kind of, we'll call them black ops. How about that?
Okay.
They probably not the most sharing individuals, we'll say. But you had to learn it. It's kind of a sigil of a tree that you saw up close now.
Okay.
So, Bravo, we're gonna go through one by one. So you guys try and interact.
I will go up to table number 1 and ask if they have any stories of dealing with the Titans directly.
One white-haired, large, bushy, but very finely kept beard. The dwarf looks and puts down this large kind of rifle and, "Hi."
Hello?
Nods to you.
I'm a little too young to have been part of the war itself, but I've heard great things.
Looks you over. How old are you?
Hold on. I look 32,
Okay.
but I'm actually in the 20s, early 20s.
He looks you over and goes, "Hey, that's some bullshit. Freaking tieflings hiding. They had children willing to fight. And when war comes, and that war, if you lose it, will freeze the world. Well, damn it, you definitely ain't young."
I'm younger than I look.
Oh, then how old are you? I'm gonna
I'm
ask.
in my 20s.
Which means you would have been 13. Could have learned how to use a sword by 13 at the earliest.
I was actually too busy trying to keep my tail from getting cut off again, or completely.
He laughs. He goes, "Mind the racism, of course, but points to your tail. Like, when you lose that, is that as bad as a dwarf losing his beard? Never really understood you."
I don't know enough about dwarves to know what it's like if they lose a beard.
Thrown out this society, really. It's a big slight of shame.
It's not that bad.
Then why are you so worried about it?
Because it hurt?
Lots of things in this world hurt, boy.
True.
He just pulls this his shirt over, the scars all over it. He throws out one leg, one of his legs. He realized that it's literally a stump, with kind of a early not really a peg leg, more of a prosthetic, mechanical actually. It's actually a little bit impressive. very small mechanics, just enough gears to allow a little extra kind of bending and weight supporting.
Nice work. Gnomish?
Fucking gnomish? Hell no. Dwarvish. Smiles.
Even more impressive.
Oh, what, you think we can't make things, huh? We make all that iron, all those guns, and you think we can't make a little bit of gears? He smiles. He's more giving you the piss than anything else. He's not actually being, he's not seriously offended whatsoever. He's having fun with you.
Yeah.
For when it comes up, by the way. Since I know it's coming. Yeah.
My name's Bravo.
Hey,
And I
Morgan.
was just wondering if you had any or contact with the Titans. I have the most respect for everybody that was there.
Hey, you think I lost my leg? Frozen straight off.
Frozen.
Oh, yeah. Hi, those your... So, Axel, roll me a stealth check. Points to Raker. So the man with the pistols, the woman who nearly just gave birth to a half-orc, the other one of you, and that really bad rogue hiding in the corner. Your group? You walked in together.
Yes.
Hey, join us.
Emotions for everybody to come over.
Rose joins, and she
Right.
greets them in Dwarven.
He in Dwarven. Is anyone else speak Dwarven?
Nope.
Nope.
Nope, just cops.
Okay. Looks right at you, Rose, and in less polite words, tells you what he actually thought was going to happen.
Oh, okay.
And smiles and drinks as all the dwarves give a hearty chuckle, and one pats you on the back.
She felt embarrassed, like I nearly let it slip.
Oh, why did you say that?
I don't
One of the
know.
dwarves in Dwarvish again goes, "Oh, what, you're gonna slip and just land on his as he motions."
Oh, no.
And they all laugh again because dwarves and rangers, man. They kind of look towards a lot of you. So if you didn't serve, why are you here?
To learn.
Motions to like Rose with probably like 9 books she's been carrying around.
Yes.
I mean, there's plenty of ways to learn, boy.
I'd rather learn from people that have lived it than to read about it.
Fair
Because
point.
stories have some different insights compared to people who have actually been there.
Plus, I'm not that.
I am so sorry for this, but something needs to happen. Mainly because chat demands it, even if chat is currently here in the group. So one of the orc walks over to the bards and speaks, kind of a tune to him, and the bard looks right at you, Rose,
Oh god.
and begins to play. So,
I shake my leg a little bit so I can.
okay. And like the orc's right at the front of the stage, and he's doing the dancing. I guess like some like tribal like mating dance that he's trying to do right now. So,
My bird's dancing too, so it's cool.
alright.
Rose gets so embarrassed she turns red.
Everyone's watching this, by the way. All 50 plus NPCs that are not like Bobby and the serving staff is watching this. But the dwarf continues his conversation. So then, ask your questions.
Oh, first question: can you tell me about how or what happened that when you lost your leg? What was happening and whatnot?
There was multiple Titans, you see. The very first one came through almost got to Hillcrest and destroyed it. destroyed Titan's Crossing, an old city, root relic now. People call it the Crater. In Malbec is one Rose. We attempted to scale it, but my foot is caught in a bit of open skin and flash froze. Just cut it off. Was lucky enough to not freeze all the way. Many a dwarf froze solid.
And how did you take it down?
I mean, many a thing happened. The skies opened, red beams of light struck down on Giant and Titan alike, softening them up. But there had been a substance, a chemical, that adventurers had found and had, as long as they had been hit with this thing, allowed us to damage them quite regularly. They're plowing out front right now, so if you hear anything, nothing I can do about that.
Alex, background.
So, what is the next one? All of you guys can ask questions. You're all here. Except Rose, you're probably a little bit entranced by. I'm actually gonna roll a performance check.
Lord. Oh yeah.
Axel's getting it on at least. Why did it not go? It's 13. It's above average. You maybe not understand how Orcish works, especially their dances. So, any other questions for Murray of Thorlador?
How did it started?
Which part?
And how the how you guys got involved with it?
Miss Malbec, she made her way to Thorlador to speak with the king and get our support, and had been long friends, so knowing that they were still alive after being invaded by the frost giants, the adventurers behind them, world at stake. Why wouldn't we get involved? How you doing, Hobbit? So,
Do you know how they were woke up?
it's still kind of a mystery. There was a tiefling, lass, I guess, who apparently had found some way to raise them thousands of years before they should have been. And he got emotions to, outside, kind of set off a number of catastrophes, really. I mean, more kind of bad things happened over the course of 3-4 years than had happened in ages. So the levels you can see down below, right there, they're 10, 8, and 6. Episode number, God, 4 and change somewhere in there, 400 and something. This is Stories from the Titan War, Hobbit. So the World of Pharrell and Age of Heroes. What this is, you can get a link right here. Is a persistent world campaign, West Marches style, which we played on good weeks up to 14 games or more a week. It's a 24/7 RP Discord, which runs one-shots on Roll20. It is currently open. You go through a process just so that you get your character shaped for the world. Follow rules. There's a wiki with we're getting near 1,000 articles of lore and places. So it is basically a big old West Marches game which people jump in and out of all the time, and you kind of play at your pace. So that's all that information. Axel is level 6. I realize it's not on there, but everyone else's level you can see. So that is what Muriel, the dwarf from Thorlodor, kind of tells you at the start. I mean, they're really, and he's not attempting to lie to you at all. He's pretty straightforward with you. Other questions?
I cannot think of anything at the moment.
How many of you participated?
We sent a battalion of about 2,000 men. About 25 of us. And emotions, there's about 13 people at the table. 25 of us made it home. 12 of us perished with Muriel. Not long after. Good men. Every last one.
Marathol raises drink to that.
He raises one too. Yeah, not hard to get a dwarf to toast. The 12 that perished, they would have actually buried them. Well, what was left of them. So just to kind of give you a little lore of their Hobbit, and for the new players too, add a character. I know we'll do it in character. How about this? He goes, you know Muriel.
I've heard of it.
Ancient black dragon, child of frickin' Tiamat. And he slams his glass down. Landed on Roken, somewhere like I don't know where. And I ever catch who did, I'll kill him. But landed on Thorlodor, used the vents for the forges, blasted more acid and death down on the streets. Didn't stand a chance. Not a single chance.
Sounds horrible.
Wiped out a city in minutes. He kind of looks at his glass. Made it back. Found the bodies of our comrades. And what was left of them. And gave him a proper burial. He can't stand against that many world threats. And not deserve that, at least.
Agreed. Thank you for your time. Does anybody else have anything?
No. Thank you for telling your side of the story.
Somewhere in the corner, there's a hobbit sitting there, and he takes a drink. Here in the story. And by hobbit, I mean halfling. Because Tolkien and who's wanting to destroy D&D if you want to use hobbit. So, anyone else have questions for the dwarves, or are you guys looking at another table? What do you do?
If the music's still playing, I'm pretty much dancing. I'm good.
I mean, the song has changed, but there's going to be music the entire time. So Wrath, what religion do you follow as a paladin?
Torm.
So Wrath follows Torm, Bravo follows Millie, and Axel follows the Raven Queen. I believe Rose is also a follower of Ogma, and
she is.
Riker, I forgot. Riker, what religion are you? Farlane.
Alan.
He's probably taking care of Bristol.
Yeah.
So, or he's muted and just talking to us and not realizing it. One of the two. Each is equally likely. So, let's leave some religion. Here, let me do this while we're talking. So, what are you guys doing next? Since I can do this for him, I can go to.
Ever since Rose heard that they were by the Melbacks, she'd probably go chat with the Melbacks.
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple. There's not as many as you you had hoped for in terms of like a count of soldiers, but there's at least 3 or 4 sitting. Look older for older elves. Both wood elves, or sorry, about 4 wood elves sitting at a table, much larger table. There's seating.
She introduces herself. Hello, I'm Rose.
Looks over. Named after a flower, of course.
Well, I do have a long name, but my father calls me Little Rose, so I took Rose instead.
Ah, Daddy's girl.
Oh yeah, you can say that. So I heard from the fellow dwarfs there that you invited them to the war, the Titan War.
Well,
What's your
not
story on
me.
this?
He smiles.
Oh, okay.
I personally didn't invite anyone. I'm
Well, I
simply
heard
a soldier of
they,
Malbec.
well, they mentioned a Malbec came in and invited them.
The lady. Lady Sindel was once thought to be the only one alive, but some of her family made it into the Feywild and still sits now. She petitioned them alongside, I guess, the current queen of Thor Lador. I'm glad you didn't ask about her. She's kind of a sore subject, especially for those lot. Points to the dwarves. But yes, our homeland was invaded by frost giants. We didn't know it at the time. Why? Now we have a retrospect is a powerful thing. The rest of you follow, I take it, by the way, as you approach the Malbecs?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do.
Not to all of you.
I'll try to stay in between Rose and the half orc.
The orcs that are, listen. There they are all still like, they're trying to cheer him up. He looks a little sad. His cultural dance of seduction did not work. A little bit sad about that, Hurts. So. Hey, Nase! So, what else are you guys asking?
You said you didn't know it at the time, but you know now what happened to.
There's a thing called the Titan. Yeah, obviously Titan War, but apparently there was 1 or 2 buried underneath Malbec.
All right, but do you know what woke them up?
That bitch of a tiefling. No disrespect to the 2 of you. Unless, you're related. Then I'm pretty sure I'll put my sword through your chest, but not all tieflings are related.
Do you know how?
They had some sort of substance, alchemical or magical. They used it to almost think of giant ice sculptures. They used it to melt through the kind of thing. Don't know how to ever kill them. They're ancient, before recorded history. So we're talking about first era or earlier. Their initial walks. They're kind of the creatures that walked before, I believe, the multiple races walked the plains. Killing something like that is, well, if I knew how to do it, I'd kill them right now.
So they're just asleep now?
It's for 10, 15, 30, 40,000 years, hopefully. The sacrifice of life is a great one to pay. So Hobbit, out of character, yes, you can actually kill a Titan. They may have, in the journey to lead up to it, not completed all of their tasks. So they did not learn how to actually kill the Titans. Which means I can bring it back whenever I want and terrorize the players again. Pat's Bravo on the shoulder. It's okay, buddy. It's okay. So, he looks towards you. You all didn't fight. Doesn't look like.
Rose shakes her head.
Wrath, it would have been old enough by what you said.
How old is Wrath?
He actually is 32.
Oh, he would have been old, more than old enough. He would have been older than most of the characters that fought in terms of same age length ones.
Mm-hmm.
He would have been as old. I mean, Roland and Perrin are 30 or 31. They're between. Sorry, no. Roland and Perrin are 28. They both fought in it. They were 21 at the time. Sorry, I'm just telling him how to make a character.
Nice.
So, as you guys, kind of tend to look, he goes, but if it wasn't your fight, it's not your fight. I mean, we had a few Yedrians, but not really any Yedrian countries. There's some from a little bit of everywhere. It's easier to meet one than the others. And I'll give you that Discord link again. So, looks at each of you and says, it's we won the first one. Now you take care of the next one. He smiles.
Rose chuckles a bit.
We appreciate everything you've done.
I mean, it was our homeland. It kind of was not really a choice either. He smiles.
But still, you did well. How many did you lose?
Malbec? In the initial scrum with the Frost Giants, or in the subsequent war with the Titans?
Initially.
80-90% or higher.
Ouch.
Overnight. Scouts didn't see it coming. It was an ambush and slaughter. Fought our best. Don't think we didn't take plenty of them down, but we didn't stand a chance. Not on a surprise attack of that scale. They had never been that aggressive or calculating, really.
What's your name, sir?
Me? Let me look at notes. Scrolls. Name's Luris.
Can you spell that out?
Yeah, I'm trying to click over here. But the cat has jumped on this thing so many times that it's not being my friend right now. There you go. Yeah, internet's not running at optimal speeds at the in the middle of a nor'easter. It's raining sideways instead of snowing. So, if I drop, that's probably why, by the way. But Discord is not on Xbox, unfortunately. I really hope they make an app. We're talking about that a lot with one of the other mix printers here. We're hoping Discord will make an Xbox app. Microsoft will allow it, but you can get it on your phone. Discord on your phone, whether it be Android or iPhone, or I think there's even Windows phones too. They have an app, or you can do it on your PC or Mac. The only problem is, unfortunately, you cannot you could do just the web browser of Discord, I believe, on Xbox. I think Edge will work with it on it, 'cause I think I've been on it before. But in terms of an app, there is no app. You can copy the link and put it into your Edge browser. That should work. So, Luris looks at you all and doesn't have my Xbox controller. Can't figure it out.
I like the microphone on my phone and tablet better, anyways.
Thank you for your time. We appreciate all the answers. We could check the next table.
Okay, where you go?
Table number 7.
Okay, what individual? I just made a roll and then it came up with something.
Oh,
I just had a roll to roll. So I mean, I'm the DM. I can just make you guys roll dice. I mean, it is a dice rolling game, right? RP and dice rolling game. Tabletop. Every now and then I just make you guys roll dice to roll dice. It has no implication on what you're doing. To be completely honest with you.
nice. Elves.
Which kind of elves? The moon elves? So the blue skinned moon elves? So I think that's the only group of elves you haven't spoken to. I'm going through my head thinking of everyone that went in, that participated. Yeah, so we'll go with the moon elves. Yeah, moon elves. Not a lot. Only about 3 or 4 actually here. And they, their insignia is old. It's not like they left where they were very recently, I'd say. It's what you guys can see as you approach. They all look towards you.
Nods. Excuse me. We're gathering stories, and we were wondering if you'd be willing to give us yours.
Well, born in the valley. Met my wife by my 96th birthday. Got married once I was an adult. Had some kids. But that's getting ahead of ourselves. So I was born to a mother and father, just simple farmers, growing up on. And he smiles. Oh, I'm aware. But a little bit of fun never hurt.
Rose chuckles a bit. It's like, yeah.
He says, yeah, but hi, my name is Mad, but you can call me Fel.
Oh yeah, so has the other table had their third member join them yet? Or has it remained empty the entire time?
Remained empty.
Okay. What are they drinking?
Hard alcohol.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Moonshine.
Similar ilk, yeah, something up there. But they look towards you and, So, what exactly do you want to know?
Well, first, my name is Bravo.
Well, Bravo, the name is Vaden.
Vaden?
Already on it. It's a pleasure.
How did...
Hey, Didgos, how you doing? And they are drinking, malt liquor. It's got OE on the side of it. They pour out a little bit every now and then for their dead soldiers.
And these are the elves?
What's up?
These are the moon elves?
Yeah, the moon elves are.
Okay, thanks.
So, let's start at the beginning. How did you get involved in the Titan War?
I was a soldier.
I mean...
Not really much of a choice. He smiles.
That.
You mean the country?
Yes.
Well, you see, there was one family who ran Siege Shress, and one of their many children decided to get married to what we thought at the time was the heir of Malbec. Apparently, we were wrong, but you see, there wasn't much of a choice when the ruling family decides you're going because of who your son's with. So we marched through the tundras, through the mountains, through the marshes, through the plains, through the hills, through the jungles, losing soldier after soldier, all to get months away to fight these titans. We lost more men to the elements than we ever did to the titans. Almost the whole army, just enough not to leave the city at bay to, our own enemies, the Drow and such.
Right. How many did you lose to the Titans themselves?
To the Titans, 1,000, 2,000 maybe. How many did we send? 14, 15,000. How many returned? About the same, 2,000.
Ouch.
It's a shame.
Plenty of people lost and died in the jungle. It's a terrible thing, especially when you've never been. How can we retweet to give advantage in that choice and stuff? You need the retweet link? Yeah, give me a second. I'll get you Nasi. I gotta build a button, by the way. I haven't built that button yet. I'm getting there, Nasi. There's a lot of buttons to build having this new stream deck. We're gonna have them all. We're gonna have all the buttons to do all the things. Was the war worth it in the end? Yeah. I mean, the world didn't die, didn't get frozen over. We didn't have to restart. So, I mean, in the end, the war was worth it. But, each person's going to have their own views and such upon whether the war was worth it or not. Still only at 9 retweets. So close to advantage, but so far away. Looks towards you. Hobbit does bring up a good question if you want to steal it from him.
Yeah. Was it worth it all in the end?
He looks at his mug and I mean, if the threat was real in terms of what they told us, I mean, we're here breathing, right? Everyone was here breathing. So yeah. But to see them down, know that they're not dead, was it worth it? If we make no sort of progress, what's to stop someone else from figuring out this formula this tiefling used and bringing them back? And us being in the same position of needing to sacrifice so much to buy it a year, a day, an hour. How do we ever know?
Yeah. Do you know the formula to counter and keep them asleep, if there is one?
The only formula that I was aware was created was some sort of concoction based off what was being used to awaken them. And that only simply allowed us to hurt them easier. Watching ballista and stuff just impact and splinter at the size of these 200-300 foot titans marching days and hours.
Do you
Must have
happen
been
to know anybody that has the formula that allowed them to be wounded in case it comes needed again?
He looks. He goes on a personal level. Not a clue. Was a soldier, not anyone in terms of we have information. Maybe someone in the War Council might know, but
How would I be able to locate somebody on the War Council?
it was obviously the lady Malbec. It was the Prince Amakir. It was some individual by the name of Garrett something, under something. It was some druid by the name of Leo or something like that. Something
Leoris?
used to be a tree or something.
Leoris.
There was a man named Roland, a man named Perrin.
That's funny. They are our guild masters.
Mods. Huh. Interesting, this whole guild system. It's sort of like mercenary work, it looks like. At least from the outside.
To some extent, it is. We just don't do a whole lot insofar as direct politics.
Hey, there's rumors of war and stuff. Definitely rather doesn't need, the adventurers deciding how countries end up. At least in my opinion.
Do you happen to know why it was called Titan's Crossing?
Because it crossed the Titan and was destroyed. There was one underneath it. Legend always had said that, when Titans roamed the earth, this was a place where they would come into contact with one another. And apparently one was buried deep below. The moment it was awoken, it sat up and destroyed everything. Hundreds, thousands, innocent lives gone in an instant. No, these were before Critical Role was a thing. Yeah, Mercer steals my ideas. Okay, that's actually proven. You can go look at the dates on the videos. We do things generally before he does, and we're on the same wavelength. It's really weird and scary for me. But he's got 50,000 viewers. There's a big difference, right? He's always gonna get more.
Very big difference.
Oh, Mira, how dare you?
Sorry.
So, any other questions, guys?
Looks to the group. I cannot think of anything else right now.
Are there any other locations that the Titans might have ended up falling or going to rest that were not as commonly known?
Apparently, there's 7 of them. Well, the Frost Titans. 7. 1 in Groomish, 3 in Malbec, 1 back at the crossing, and 2 somewhere else. And I don't know where that somewhere else is. I don't think anyone. Oh no, 1 in the rainy woods. Sorry. 1 in the rainy woods, and the last Titan, I believe they said it was somewhere in Azora.
You specified Frost Titans. There are other kinds?
These ones were Frost Titans. Ice, followed by the Frost Giants. I would assume, without any other evidence, that there are other Titans. It's so Hobbit. Yeah, it is about the story, and 2, it is a lot of the. It is a lot about assumptions here. To explain a little bit more of the world, because again, we have some newer players with us like Bio and Axel who haven't been around since this story actually took place. Actually, nearly 2 years ago, in real life. For the characters, it's 7 years. We did a time skip, but for this is a 2-year-old. This was our initial story arc. So we're throwing out 10 retweets. Thanks, Vivo. So yeah, 10 retweets. You guys all have an advantage for the rest of the session. So a lot of anything that happened prior to like the 3rd era is rumor and legend. There's not really recorded history by that, and that's where the divination of an ancient language is put in. There are ancient versions of Common, etc., in the world that you can't read because it's so different. But having Common, you're able to pick out or make an intelligence check to kind of get the gist of things. But anything prior to the 3rd era is considered ancient and is at best rumor. The 1st era is where basically people have it's the earliest BC, but we know something predated that, right? For us. So and real world. So that kind of gives you a little bit of explanation there, and should hopefully give some insight to Bio and Axel. Out of character at least, and because it will work in character. So.
No, I've just been enjoying the story. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. But no, again, that's something that your characters know, because that's just understood about the world, where the divination is. So, you know anything previous to the Third Era is a best rumor, best legend. Think of it like this: before we were able to really do any archaeology in Earth, right? The Arthurian legends were basically how people thought of the time. Granted, we learned and we were able to get more recorded history, but if you put it that way, like if we didn't have any recorded history, and all we had was like the legends of Arthur, like Arthur, passed down about the Middle Ages, right? Before recording was there, we would go by the stories we heard, because that's the best guess we have. But as you guys search out and find information, you can learn quite a bit, because there are actual books and stuff around. Oh no, that's fine, dude. Ask all your questions, dude. We have no problem answering them, because we constantly are getting new players or players and characters that haven't, so it helps them too. Sometimes you can't think of every question that you need to know. So, back to the table. Is there anything else that you want to ask of these moon elves?
Personal question: did you lose anybody? Yourself? Anybody close?
My entire family, wife, kids.
Sev, I apologize. I have to go. I should be back on before this is done. I gotta.
Dude, real life first. We got you. Rathka's in NPC mode.
Yep. Apologize.
No, it's okay. You gotta take care of what you need to do, buddy.
All right. I'll be back hopefully. See you.
Okay. So, down one into the final stretches. No, just kidding. So, what else? What other questions do you have?
Looks to the group.
Why have the two noble families, for the most part, in recent years ended up kind of withdrawing?
Kids, heirs, training, done. I mean, plenty of people are done once they have kids.
Because it seemed like they were, from what I've heard from talking to some of the people that have fought beside the Amakirs and the Malbecs, it sounds as if they ended up getting to just a certain point and were just like, well, I'm done. And it wasn't family or anything like that. They didn't really seem to go home. They just sort of vanished.
Shrugs. I mean, they're nobles and had kids shortly after the war. So, that'd be my assumption. In terms of the other Malbecs, they're rebuilding land. Amakirs is not our fight. I mean, we worry about Sitras, or they do. I've left. They've locked themselves away from the world. Picked a fight with Goliaths. Goliath wanted to do more trade and kind of enter an alliance, and they were from outside the valley. They didn't get our way of life. My understanding, at least.
So, I did come up with another question. What happened to the tiefling that summoned them?
The Lady Malbec took her head. Clean cut.
Good. What safeguards have been put in place to keep it from happening again?
Well, since the existence of them is not hidden anymore, guards, patrols, any magical wards, stuff like that. Before, there was very few that knew. Maybe a handful in the world of people. So, really and truly, there was nothing stopping anyone. But a few, people. Can't be everywhere at once.
And now the children of the lead dragon are starting to rise again, so that doesn't particularly bode well.
She looks towards you. I've made my sacrifices. If I'm supposed to die to that bitch queen of a dragon, then it is what it is. I welcome death with open arms. Basically, Tiamat.
Riker was just kind of hesitant to use the word Tiamat and open terrain.
Yeah, he doesn't care though. This
No,
man-
it's not him. It's
Yeah,
the bar itself. When you're
Yeah.
within 50 people and you say a name like Tiamat, people tend to panic a little bit.
Or boo and throw things at you. Yeah, one of the two.
Yeah, Riker doesn't want to have to dodge things or try to shoot him out of midair.
That would be look cool. This quick draw pistol with a little
Yep.
flourish, yeah. So, anything else for this one?
If it ended up coming down and your assistance was needed again to take a stand against if the Titans did rise again, would you fight again?
He laughs. He goes, I'm done fighting. Me personally, that's all I can speak for. I'm not a soldier. I'm not part of my country. I live in a shack down by the river in the woods. And I spend everything I earned on enough whiskey to help me sleep. I'm good.
Riker will extend forward 10 platinum pieces to him.
He smiles. Buy plenty of whiskey.
Now you can.
Thank you for your service.
He nods. Yes, he lives in a van down by the river now. See, you were here. It's completely why I made that reference for you, buddy. So, we're at nearly 1. Are there any other stories you'd like to hear? Do you want to return? We can go till about 2. It's all dependent on you guys, really.
You can talk to the people from Azora that's there.
Yeah, there's a couple soldiers from Penrith.
You guys want to go talk to them?
Sure. Follow you.
She will go to the table that has the Penrith people there.
Yeah, he's kind of a smattering of races. Some elves, some half-elves, humans, etc. Kind of a thing. They raise their glasses, a little bit more cheery than the other people you've met.
Alrighty then.
Looks at Phoenix. Cheers.
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 So we're collecting stories on the Titan War. To start things off, how did you get involved in it?
So there was the uprising and the collapse in the uprising. Our country was ruined, more or less. Before some people from Leica, originally from Azora, though, Penrith, well, outside of Penrith, returned, freed us, killed the creations, killed that bastard Balasar, and basically they asked for our assistance. There had been supplies and aid given when the one that apparently in Titan's Crossing had risen and pretty much destroyed most of the crops, a massive kind of ice storm. But we gave soldier support as best we could. It was a rather small detachment, but months away. It's, just to get to land, let alone Malbac. It's almost a 3-month journey from Penrith to Malbac directly.
Were there no teleport sigils to get you there quicker? At
I
that
mean-
time?
Between the countries, there was very little kind of information. But you're talking about what, you can fit 10 people in a teleportation circle,
True.
and you're talking about thousands of individuals.
That would wear out the...
Caster, everyone, yeah. Plus gear and supplies and
Makes more sense to go by boat.
outs. Especially at that time. So, what else you wish to know?
Oh, I'm sorry. My name's Bravo.
But I can call you Fal.
Close enough.
Smiles. Name's Elbin. He's a half elf.
Nice to meet you, Elbin. I'm Rose.
He, bows politely toward you.
So how many did you lose?
About 60%. Sent nearly 10,000 men. Lost about 7,000. Somewhere in there. Wasn't an officer, just best guess.
Fair enough. Did you fight any of the Titans directly?
Kind of smiles and says, "From very far away with a bow." I smile. I'm an archer.
Good man.
So. Yeah.
I cannot think of any other questions that we haven't already asked.
You said that you had to deal with the collapse of the collapse in the what now?
The collapse of the uprising, well, much different than this, but the collapse was the night which the Penrith Thieves Guild murdered almost everyone in Penrith. They had performed some sort of dark ritual on some of their members, and they were pretty much immune to slashing blunt, anything else. Apparently, if you could sever their head in one blow, then you would destroy them immediately, but unless you could do that, nothing stopped them, nothing hurt them, nothing slowed them down. And in the middle of the night, as they came out of the sewers, they quickly took over as much as everything as they could. The uprising is the time period in which basically the Thieves Guild ran the city. And 1 second for you guys to speak by yourselves. I gotta step away for a second. I'm gonna
So, can anybody else think of any other questions? I'm starting to feel a little down. This is, they did great fighting them off, but they lost so many people. It's hard.
Yeah, no.
Battles against insurmountable odds generally do end up having that effect.
I thought I knew about death before I started hanging out with you guys.
I mean, it's just the way things are when if we are going to deal with events, especially with those who are like trying to get the whole country together. I mean, I got some questions, but I think I'm gonna tell this like what she's gonna ask these Azorian people, like what because I feel like this is probably one of the last ones, or unless the people want to go to talk to other people.
I can't think of anything else. These people have done so great. So, do you think it's time for us to get back headed home?
Probably like this is probably the last thing I can think of. Like the last people, unless because I know Wrath tried to talk to the two people over there. I don't think they're friendly.
I'm sure they're friendly. It's just a matter of knowing them knowing you ahead of time.
Right.
If we had anything to do with the war itself, they probably would have been a lot more
True.
friendly. Riker, did you have anything else?
I have no other questions presently. Most of the questions that I could come up with would probably be more akin to somebody that at least knows us a little bit, which would be Perrin and Roland and those at the guild.
Sounds like they were part of it. I didn't know that.
They are part of the War Council. So since they're part of the War Council, they would definitely be legitimate people to talk to and ask questions of.
Ready? I am back. So, have you guys decide what you're doing next?
She's gonna ask them like Rose is gonna ask them saying, "We heard about the War Council and who was there. Can you tell us any other people that was there as well? Like that would have been heroes."
We came in based off of the requests of Roland, Perrin, and Crystal. All members of the War Council, but that was about all we know.
I believe after that, we decided we were going to head back.
Okay. So, after getting that, again, you guys stay and talk, small talk with plenty of people, drink, spend a good portion of the day there, as you recount some tales and general camaraderie, right? That was the point of this. And learn some information as well. You guys asked your questions to the NPC. So, you guys head back to the teleportation circle, get your return trip back to the Enclave of Valor. That's where we'll kick that back over to the Discord server. However, for at least Alex, since, Bio's not here, we're going to kind of do one of these for all of the major events, kind of these little things to allow some of the characters to learn some extra information. Also, there is... So for the new people, and in each of the NPCs is directly tied to one event from the history of the server. One NPC of each, on the island is directly tied to every event that's happened in the server. So, with that said, Mixer, thank you for your support. Thank you on Twitter. Thank you for the views. We'll be back here at 4 p.m. Eastern for Warriors of Light, our Final Fantasy 14 based tabletop, which plays under D&D rules with a little bit of different extra things. 1 sec, Almeric? What is 1 sec for? But basically, that's what we have next coming up. That's at 4 p.m. And then following that at Make It Rain. Thank you, Almeric. 21. Let's give away an Everfull mug. All right, Everfull mug. So let's see, what do we got here? Everfull mug. Who would you like to give it to, or am I rolling it randomly? And what is it ever full of? You tell me what you'd like, Almeric, before we end this. Then you can go right here in chat. So with that being said, as you guys get back, other things that discuss. And then at 8 p.m. we have module mashup, and we may have created a franchise. We may be slightly off book. I mean, let's be honest, we're way off book. I have an axe beak and a KFC as a character. So, I mean, there's that. Random drink and roll off for it. All right, I'd like every one of you to roll me a d20. That's here. The highest d20 will get the Everfull mug. And a random drink. Alright, okay, I'm with you. What do you want to send me possibilities, or? Alright, so far it's Riker. All right, Riker it is. And random drink. So okay, one is alcohol. 2 is some sort of sugary drink, right? 3 some sort of like Gatorade product, and 4 is gonna just be water, right? All right, so no, 4 is milk or eggnog, and 5 is water. Roll me a d5, Riker.
You realize if he ends up getting eggnog, there's going to be a fight, right?
I know. That's why I'm waiting for it. What'd you get? It's a little
1.
bit slower. 1. So it's a type of alcohol. All right. So we have our whiskeys, we have our ales, we have our meads. We got to do like roll me a d5. I got another 5 for you.
Lighter.
I got even better. Come on, 4. Come on, 4. Damn it. Those whiskeys, ales. It's a mead. I'll let you pick the mead. So it's some sort of mead that's Everfull. It's an Everfull mead bug that you kind of find on your way out. A honey mead. That's a good choice. A honey mead. So, that being said, we are now done. Thank you very much for the donation, Amrik, supporting our PAX East goal. If we can hit that goal, I'm going to try and get some stuff to give away on stream from PAX East, like the things that are exclusive to there as giveaways to you guys, because you guys have supported. You guys are Patreons. You guys are awesome. You guys allow me to play D&D as a job. Like, that's pretty fucking awesome, guys. So much love. We'll be back here at 4 p.m. With Warriors of Light, 8 p.m. with our module mashup, and then we'll be watching Critical Role like the rest of you because we're crazy. So, thank you guys very much. I'm gonna use these awesome buttons. You guys can say goodbye.
Bye,
Bye,
everyone.
Mixer.
Thank you.
Bye,
Bye.
Mixer. Thank you.
Bye, guys. Thanks.
We are Eastern, by the way, Hobbit. We are Eastern. So we'll see you guys in about 3 hours. Bye.